What's good, everybody? It is Blone Got Tea, and I am back with another video. Thank you so much for checking in with Blone Media, y'all. Are y'all ready to clock this tea? Take a listen to this. Now, y'all know what's the pastor name? Pastor Ricky Floyd, who was unalived in Memphis about 4 days ago after being pow-powed outside of a South Memphis restaurant and bar. And this happened on Wednesday morning. Okay. Now, the person who was involved in this, whose name is Samantha Marion, her name is Samantha Marion. Okay. She was the one who unalived this beloved pastor. He's a very popular pastor. And this was after an argument at the bar. It was a bar and restaurant. Let's just get that straight. And I was under the impression that he was at some type of bar. No, it was like a bar and a restaurant, y'all. And she's currently being held on $100,000 bond. Now, her attorneys claimed that this was a case of self-defense. And of course, you know the prosecution is going to disagree, but do you know what else they let us know? That she didn't even know the pastor. I'm like, what? She did not know the pastor. She was a stranger. The suspect never even met the pastor. And me all along, I chalked it up almost immediately. And there goes that unconscious bias again. It was an affair. You know what I'm saying? Was this his mistress, his side chick? Like, my mind is going there. Like, what would lead this up to this besides, you know, the normal things, that the emotions, jealousy and anger. But if you never met this person, what would possess you to follow somebody outside of a business and brandish or have behind your back, allegedly, anywhere? Don't even pay attention to the details. Why would you pull a pow pow out? Now, there has to be more details, but I'm just giving you what we got right now. Okay. So, you guys check this out. This is crazy. Now, he was out at 1 a.m. This was a bar and a restaurant. He was having a late night meal. Okay. Because I know a lot of us hold, men of God, which we should, men of the cloth specifically, to a higher standard. I think you should have more control over everything because you are a pillar of the example. Now, I'm not saying being perfect. And a lot of times, the pastors, even before they were ordained or became a man of God or a man of the cloth, they had some unsavory ways, okay, that they had to be forgiven for as well. So I get it. And I'm thinking this is the mistress that was cheating on his wife. He was outside of a bar. You know what I'm saying? And she powed you because of something that you did or something that she found out about. But the fact that they are saying that these two were strangers, and there's one or two things. We're going to get into what we know now and wait for additional details because you never know. There may be a twist in this. But for right now, this is what they're saying, y'all. And I want to take this time out to really step back and check myself. If this woman didn't even know this pastor, and it wasn't only just a bar, it was a restaurant. Let's go ahead and get into this story, y'all. This is the latest. Let me get you up to speed because I do have this article pulled up. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at this article, y'all. Let me blow it up so everybody can see it. Yeah, we're going to find out, why did you shoot this man? And now you got a 100K bond that remains in place. Are you out your mind? First of all, before we even get into the story, because this would have to be a hell of a mad day in order for me to even take it. I couldn't even fathom taking it this length, but obviously she did. So let's get into a little bit of crazy. Okay. I'm just going to give you an article. It's going to give you guys the details of it. Let's just go over this right quick. Hold on. And let me make sure you guys can hear me. All right. So let's go ahead. And this article right here says attorneys suspect attorneys say suspect never met the pastor prior to his pow-powing unaliving. Okay? The story was just updated on March the 14th. Let's get into this. Memphis, Tennessee. A Memphis woman accused of pow-powing, unaliving Pastor Ricky Floyd was denied a reduced bond during her bail hearing Friday morning. This is where this information came from. Now, 42-year-old Samantha Marion pow-powed Floyd after an argument at a bar. She is currently, like I said, being held on a 100K bond, won't budge, it's staying there. Now, get into this. Her attorneys claim that this was a case of self-defense, which, I could see that going in that direction, right? But the prosecutors disagree. Textbook. Now, she doesn't get in. She doesn't drive off. She retrieves, and this is quoted, y'all. Okay. Let me see. Did I miss something? Okay. Yeah. So this is the attorney speaking. Hold on. Doesn't get in. She doesn't drive off. She retrieves her pow and conceals it behind her back. Says the assistant district attorney, Missy Branhan. This is exactly what the public is scared of. You are a menace to society if you chose to do that. And on top of the fact, regardless of if you know this man or not, the fact that you did not even know this man, allegedly, is a real scary concept. Because what would trigger a person, a sane person, right? Not a fragile mind, into doing something like this? By God. And the fact that she has 4 children, 2 which are minors, and there's no one to take care of them. These are the things we say when a situation like this comes out, right? Why weren't you thinking about that before? Now, it goes on to say, mother of woman charged in pastor's unaliving believes fear led to pow-powing. Morning, the lead judicial commissioner, John Marshall, decided to keep Samantha Marion's bond at 100K. There are also serious is reasonable. This is what the commissioner is saying. You are a danger to a society, ma'am, regardless of the fact of what we're about to get into. Marion is facing a voluntary manslaughter charge after allegedly pow-powing and unaliving Pastor Ricky Floyd after the two got into an argument inside a South Memphis bar that spilled outside. That's a public safety concern. It is exactly what we're trying to have people not to do. Just said district attorney, okay? She confirms, and then Marion's attorney confirms she had never met Floyd before this incident. Judge Marshall says the court finds that unless it is self-defense, anytime a pow-pow is pulled and pow-powed, it is an act of violence that puts the community at risk. And amen to that. Amen to that. So the fact that they never even knew each other, right? Now, let me go ahead and finish this in its totality, at least this article, so you guys can see and pick up what I'm putting down. Prosecutors argued, because we have to hear the other side, that Marion's bond should not be lowered due to public safety, and they believe the likelihood of the conviction is good. Branahan says the surveillance video details what happened. Okay, so we need to see the video. There is a video, folks. Okay, so pick your poison now. And this is quoted. Go home. It's 1:17 a.m. in the morning. Go to your children, but no. She gets a pow pow, conceals it behind her back, gets out of the car, and starts approaching Mr. Floyd, telling him not to approach her. It seems to me that they are literally regurgitating what they are seeing from this video that we haven't seen yet, or I haven't seen yet. It goes on to say, in quotes, what the state failed to mention was that she followed him into the parking lot, that her phone was taken from her hand and thrown from her. She was verbally assaulted inside and outside of the bar, says the defense attorney, Kevin Massey. And I know that name is familiar, that Kevin Massey. I'd have to look into that. Okay. So this is currently the details, what is currently going on with this situation. All right, so let me come back to the screen for y'all. But for me, there's no way I would follow somebody into the parking lot, or somebody outside of a restaurant, circus, amusement park, bathroom, church, hell, I don't give a damn, with a pow pow behind my back. You feel me? And I don't, you could be anybody. You could be my mama, my daddy, my sister, the hoe down the alley. You could be the weed man, the dope man. I don't give a F. But the fact that you didn't even notice that this was a bad idea, let's get into the, not article, but this is the news story. So you can hear exactly what the lawyers had to say. Okay. And I'm going to reiterate it over and over again. Why in the fuck happened? And what had happened was, now mind you, like, let me remind you that the woman that unalived the pastor has 4 children and is the sole provider of 2 of them. That means that 2 of them are minors. And you running around here with guns like you Annie Oakley. Let me pull up this article, you guys, so you can actually hear the defense, her lawyers, her attorneys. She has 2 attorneys, y'all. Okay. I don't know, but I feel like there's just a little bit more to this. And that maybe this is kind of like a smoke and mirrors for her attorneys to be saying that they didn't know each other. But if the fact that they didn't know each other, we're going to stand on that, right? Because this is what they're presenting to us. And this is crazy. This is absolutely insane. No intimate ties, no secrets between you guys, no text, no, what? What? Just plain old cuckoo crazy? Let me go ahead and pull this up for you guys. Hold on. I hope you guys are enjoying your Sunday morning right here on Blonay Got Tea. Even though I'm drinking coffee, y'all, it's still a little early in the morning, before 12. So let me know what you guys are sipping on. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. Rep your state, rep your city. And hold on, you guys. Let me go ahead and pull up the lawyers. And you guys are going to be able to hear for yourself exactly what they have to say. Is this it? Yeah. And of course, your POV is always welcome, you guys. Hit me up in the chat. If you're part of the replay gang, make sure you smash that like button, you guys. And if you guys are feeling the vibe, consider subscribing. All right, so let me see. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, y'all. I'm just like, what? You don't even know this man? Y'all ain't never had no coffee, no tea, and me. Now, I'm not saying he a saint, but I for sure thought it was some type of affair type, mad day type, you know what I'm saying? Cheating scandal, you low down dirty. And I feel bad about that, y'all. But we gotta wait for everything to come out. Let's go ahead and get into what the attorneys. Is this it? Let's go ahead and get into what the attorneys had to say. All right, her attorneys. Oh no, this is not it. Hold on, you guys. I don't know why I keep on pulling up this article. I just warmed my coffee up. I hope everyone, like I said, is having a great Sunday. Go ahead and get in. Make sure you guys check out my new YouTube channel. Okay. Beyonce's Internet. All right. Hold on. Where is it? Okay. Hold on. Here it go, y'all. Now listen to what the attorneys for Samantha Marion, the 42-year-old mother of four who decided to unalive a beloved pastor, Ricky Floyd. Okay. Let's go, y'all.
Ricky Floyd was shot and killed outside a bar. Meanwhile, 42-year-old Samantha Marion is going to remain in custody under that $100,000 bail. Two attorneys to represent her. Fox 13 investigative reporter Kayla Solomon is live at 201 Poplar tonight. So, Caleb, attorneys tell you this was self-defense.
Yeah, defense attorneys say that surveillance videos show who the true aggressor was. Attorneys also were able to answer the question of whether or not Pastor Floyd and Marion knew each other before that night.
This was a person she had never met before. The information about her following him with some video is totally inaccurate. With some video is totally inaccurate.
Samantha Marion was in court for the second day in a row Friday, this time visibly emotional.
She's a hardworking single mother, loves her family, loves her children.
But in a hearing to determine whether her bail would remain at $100,000, prosecutors shared details not in the original police affidavit.
She goes to her car, 117. She doesn't get in, she doesn't drive off. She retrieves her gun and conceals it behind her back.
The affidavit describes an argument at Mama's Bar and Kitchen. At one point, it says Ricky Floyd threw Marion's phone on the ground. It says she recorded his car start to drive away. Floyd got out, walked toward Marion as her friend got between them, and then Floyd walked backwards away from Marion before falling to the ground.
This is just a sad and horrible tragedy. Get all the way around. For Floyd's family, for Miss Marion's family, for Miss Marion personally.
Now, Marion is due back in.
Now, we got a little bit of more information from this news story. Let's go ahead and take it back a little bit, y'all, because this is clearly coming from the video surveillance that the authorities have recovered and looked at, because clearly they are describing what they have seen already on the video. So I'm going to take that as fact. They wouldn't just be pulling this out the air. The fact is, was there audio? Which I doubt it, because most video surveillance does not have audio. Okay. What was being said? We would literally have to look at that video to find out why the pastor got out of his car and started walking towards Samantha. Could that be cause for her to use her pow-pow in self-defense? Although this was a good man, a beloved man, it seems that he was an important man, a man of God, a man of the cloth, and an important man in his community. We're not going to take that away from him, but why did he get out of his car? Let's take it back a little bit, because I'm just now listening to this part too as well, and I'm going to rewind it a little bit so we can break that down. Hold on.
At one point, it says Ricky Floyd threw Marion's phone on the ground.
She doesn't know. She retrieves her gun and conceals it behind her back.
The affidavit describes an argument at Mama's bar and kitchen. At one point, it says Ricky Floyd threw Marion's phone on the ground.
All right, so they were arguing. This must have been on camera, whether inside or outside. What was clear is they were arguing, going back and forth, arguing, which means words, right? At one point while they were arguing, the pastor, I guess, snatches the phone out of Samantha's hand and throws it. What would make him do that? Why did he snatch it? Was she trying to film him? Was she saying I recorded you, I'm recording you? Was there something on that phone that she was threatening him with? But if they didn't know each other, what I would think is that maybe she was like, I'm recording you, I'm recording you. But it couldn't be for the reason that most people would think, because if you didn't know him, how would you know that he's a pastor? How would you know he's beloved in his community? And something that you would do, like filming him or something, acting inappropriately, right? Something that would shame, humiliate, or embarrass him. Because usually that's what makes people react. Something that's going to shame them, rejection, or something that's going to humiliate them in front of others. I mean, if you know people, you know people. Let's keep going, y'all.
It says she recorded his car start to drive away, but Floyd got out, walked.
Okay, so like I said, she recorded him getting in a car and starting to drive away. For some reason, he stopped driving away and got out of his car, which leads me to believe that somehow she was saying, I'm recording you. She was somehow threatening him, right? Or taunting him with the fact that he was being recorded. So that leads me to think that you knew of his prominence, even if the little area, like I say, everybody's the man in their own hood, right? You don't have to be worldwide or known to be an important factor or to be a contributing member to society, which I believe this man of the cloth was. I'm not led to believe anything else but that. So maybe he had a problem with her recording him for one reason or another, right? Let's just agree that for one reason or the other, he had a problem with her recording him. So much so that once he started to drive away, because girl, now you got my license plate, you got my car on here, right? Like she was using it as an intimidation tactic. And this is probably what made him stop the car and get out that bitch. This is what probably made him throw that phone. It was all about the phone. It was something that she was doing with that phone that caused this pastor, and I'm not justifying it, I'm just trying to figure it out. Okay? Nobody is justifying anything. I'm just trying to figure it out. Like, if you didn't know this person, why would you be like, why would he want to snatch your phone? Why would the argument take it to so much heights if y'all didn't know each other? Why would it push him so far, push his buttons so much so that he threw your phone? And then once he was he was driving off, you were recording him driving off, and that made him, and something triggered him to stop driving off and get the out. It was all around that phone. It was all around her actions of something she was doing, which leads me to believe that y'all knew each other, that you knew of his prominence, that you knew he was all good in the hood. It wasn't just a total stranger. La 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 la. Oh, you stepped on my Air Force Ones. Cuz no. Let's keep going, y'all.
Ordered his car start to drive away, but Floyd got out, walked toward Marion as her friend got between them, and then Floyd walked backwards away from Marion before falling to the ground.
So it seems as if the pastor got out, God knows why. What pushed his buttons enough for him to get out? What pushed his buttons enough for him to throw her phone? That sounds personal to me. That don't sound like somebody. And then it escalated. Y'all let me know if I'm crazy or not. That are the actions of two people that know each other and probably have a deeper connection than what we are to believe. So he got out of his car, right? The friend got in between her and him. And we would probably have to see the video to see how far he walked from his car, because he got out of his car and got out. So it's obvious that he started walking up to her, which would make him what? A credible threat. Now, did he have something in his hand? Was he yelling something? We don't know. Right? So the friend gets between them. Now, remember, prior to what we're listening to, remember that the district attorney said that she retrieved the pow from her car and put it behind her back. So when that happened, I have no idea. But I'm thinking maybe she never got in the car. She remained standing where she was. So it seems as if somehow between him throwing the phone and him getting out of the car and returning to her, she went to her car and retrieved a pow. And this is what the district attorney was saying, right? At the arraignment. This is what the district attorney was saying. So he gets out of the car. Her friend gets in between the pastor and Samantha. And I'm thinking she stood her ground. She was where she was at. She never went to her car. He was the one who started driving off. She was recording him driving off. So much so he stopped, got out. And I'm just assuming that he started to walk towards her. And she was already in the original spot where she was recording that and where he left her to go get in his car. Okay. Then as the person is between them, what is being said, what is being threatened, what is being thrown back and forth. All of a sudden, he starts to back away because you know why? He sees the pow pow, or she's telling him, I'm about to pow pow you. I don't believe he had any warning. And he backs away right before he falls to the ground. So he backs away right before he's pow powed and unalived at close range. Are y'all out y'all minds? This is what I want to know. Let's listen and let's finish. I just wanted to break that down because we know now a lot more than we did before. And to me, this sounds like y'all knew each other. I mean, it just seems to me like they knew each other. And it's not about her being in the area, her being a church member, or anything like that. Boy, relationships can go on long distance, short distance. You know what I'm saying? So let's not get too technical because we do have to know all the facts, right? But it's giving us a lot right now, y'all. Hold on.
She retrieves her gun and conceals it behind her back.
The affidavit describes an argument at Mama's bar and kitchen. At one point, it says Ricky Floyd threw Marion's phone on the ground. It says she recorded his car start to drive away, but got out, walked toward Marion as her friend got between them, and then Floyd walked backwards away from Marion before falling to the ground.
This is just a sad and horrible, tragic event all the way around for Floyd's family, for Miss Marion's family, for Miss Marion personally.
Now, Marion is due back in court next week, and her attorneys say they're still holding out hope that at some point her bond amount will be reduced so that she can be out pending trial. Daryl?
Fox 13's investigative reporter Kayla Solomon live downtown. Kayla, thank you.
Okay, so you guys saw that update, right? You guys let me know your thoughts on this situation now. Her attorneys are saying that they never knew each other, but from the looks of things, y'all knew each other or of each other. Okay, it just doesn't make sense. Now, at the end of the day, she should have thought about her children and everything else that she is about to lose before she did what she did. I'm telling y'all, read the room and choose your battles wisely. I say that in every video. Y'all bitches just don't listen. If you would just take your emotions out of it and take 2 seconds to think about what you're going to do, even think about what you're going to do, the aftermath of what you're going to do. If I pow this man, what could happen, right? You guys, it's like this society is emotionally stunted, and it boggles my mind. She is 42 years old. I don't give a damn if you're 22. But the fact that she is 42 years old and you want to throw your life away, girl, it's just it just shows like a society that is emotionally stunted. Like seriously. They are labeling you a danger to society and they are keeping your bond at 100K, lady. And you guys, it's not a black thing. It's not a white. This is an everybody thing. It's not just American living. It's an everywhere living. This is just crazy to me. But you guys let me know what you guys think about this whole situation because I believe there's more to the story and somehow, some way, they knew each other. Now, like I said, I had really chalked it up to an affair or, this was his side chick and, she found something in his phone or it was a drunken night. I mean, my imagination just went wild. Okay. I do want to put out my condolences to any and everyone that was affected. And, my condolences go out to Pastor Floyd's family, friends, congregation, the whole community that was affected by his loss, because this is not a laughing matter at all. And a man lost his life. A man lost his life. So, we have to remember that, y'all. Anyways, I just wanted to bring you guys this story. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, okay? And if you guys are feeling the vibe, go ahead and subscribe. Let me take this down. And like I said, if you guys are feeling the vibe, go ahead and subscribe. And like I said, your POV is always welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. And I will be back with another video, okay? I wish everyone love, peace, and common sense. And I'll see you guys later.